Hello guys, welcome back to another round of Ylands. So, since last time, kind of worked on our box house a little bit, gathered up a few materials, and while we were doing that, we found a cave while we were exploring. Probably head over there a little bit later on, because the plan for today is to build our foundry, which we're going to probably drop right, I'm thinking right around here. Kind of clean this area up a little bit, maybe put a roof over everything. But then also going to make the mining helmet, which, yes, is a thing. And then might head over to that cave and see if we can't find anything interesting over there. Okay, so to make the foundry, we are going to need a couple different things. We're going to need some clay, which we have. We're going to need to make up some of those furnace linings that we were looking at before. And we need the casting mold, which we actually prepped last time. And we have right here. But the furnace, let's get those out of there. Here we go, furnace linings. We need clay and sand. I did gather up a whole bunch of sand from the beach. I'll show you how we did that a little bit later on too. We dug a tunnel and kind of went underground and grabbed a bunch of it so that we weren't, making the ground all nasty and just unpleasant. But we need 20 of these guys, so it's going to take a hot minute. I'll get those going, and we'll bring it back in a second. Okay, so we've got everything that we need for our foundry, and this guy's a little bit bigger. It's about the same size as the kiln, I guess, so I'm thinking we put it right around here, and, that's kind of going to be blocking our walkway. But, it's not really functional, so we'll just end up changing that probably pretty quick here. Because the other alternative is to put it over here, but then that's kind of getting in the way of all of our other stuff. So I really think that this is probably going to be our best bet, given where we've got everything else. Probably not there, though. I'm afraid to pick it up. Okay, good. It did give us all the stuff back. I think yesterday with the fences, I might have been just doing something wrong, and that might be why we didn't get all of our stuff back. But let's try this again. I want it a little bit further back. Probably about here. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, I like that. I like a little bit of space in between them. But this gives us the ability to start making some steel rods, which we're going to need. And if we had any copper made up, this is also where we can make our copper wire. And I think we also need some cog wheels. I know those are for guns, and I think the locksmith table, which we'll want to get into before too terribly long. But in here you can also make like the propeller, which I haven't gotten into at all. Probably will soon. And maybe various steel blocks and stuff like that, which we're not going to mess around with right now because it's kind of just a waste. Okay, so I've been thinking about this for a second, and what I think I'm going to do is probably destroy this guy and drop 2 more of our refining stove forges right here. And that way we have a little bit more of a condensed build area. And so what I want to do is use some of these bricks that we've got, lay down a foundation, and get a little shelter going up over here. Eventually I want to build up a little stable and probably another separate building for what will be our chemistry station and lock bench. There's also some like paper, what is it, the paper press, I believe. And I kind of want like a little industry building. Yeah, paper press. We could do that at any time, really. But I want to have some of those industry buildings kind of separated out. I feel like those ones are all similar enough that they can go together. But yeah, I want to keep it kind of condensed. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see how it looks. So it's interesting, when placing these above the ground, they actually sink in. So that whole like brown edge part is supposed to be underground? Oops. I mean, I think it looks fine either way, but it does make sense. I'm pretty okay with our spacing we've got around here. It could be in line a little bit better, but it'll be fine. Now to figure out what our wall situation looks like. I think we're going to probably do it out of stone and wood instead of bamboo. I do like the openness of it. I mean, it's blacksmith. You gotta have good ventilation, right? But I think we're gonna start laying some of the foundation. Just kind of see what we're looking at for spacing and size. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this one in. Okay, so I'm gonna start on our wall, probably run it around here first, and then drop in our other furnace when we know exactly what our back wall is gonna be. Alright guys, so update. Got the brick wall pretty much done. Just got to get rid of these couple things here and we can bring that the rest of the way up. Didn't really leave it as open as I was kind of originally planning, but what we might do is leave a couple of little slit windows, because from here I'm thinking we'll go to the wood that we were talking about before and might throw down a little wooden crate here, perhaps a barrel or something back over here for storing some wood, maybe a flint, and I figured we'd level this out and kind of have a little back door in there so that it's not just a big wasted space. Yeah, it could have placed things a little bit better originally, or just flattened that out and thrown this back there to start with, but we didn't, so I don't know. It'll just kind of be like a little back room in the workshop. Anyway, we need to gather some wood, both for this and for the ship that we will eventually be building. Which, speaking of, we've got a bunch of cotton that we are working on and need to open up a little bit of inventory space so we can keep that going. Nope. Right click to transfer. Alright. So we've got our little cotton field going pretty well. Room for improvement, but it's getting the job done. We've got enough for 3 sails once that's done. Then we just need a ton more logs. We've already got the rope made up for all 5 of the sails. But yeah, we'll get there. We got a lot of stuff to explore around here first. But I'm going to gather some wood and we'll be back. Alright guys, I know I was going to bring you back when I was working on it, but I tore it all down. I wasn't overly happy with it, and the real kicker was when I was trying to place down a crate and realized that everything is sinking into the ground by about half a tile. So what I'm going to do instead is to lay down some of these decorative floor tiles here and rebuild everything on top of it, because that's kind of what was going on here too. Since we had the floor down, everything sits nicely on top of it, and that's why those smelting furnaces were sinking down into the ground, because they didn't have this half tile to sit on. So I'm going to craft up a bunch of these, fill in this space, and we did gather up a bunch of wood, and I think we'll probably have close to enough to at least get a good idea of where that's going. But gonna get everything rebuilt and we'll be back. Okay guys, so we got everything placed. It wasn't without a little bit more trial and error. I had put down the kiln before putting up our kind of roof supports here, and it was apparently a little bit too far back, so I couldn't place this beam. But tore that down again, put that back up, and like I said, I'm pretty okay with the placement. Unfortunately, I ran out of stone chunks. So this seems like a really good time to put together our mining helmet so we can go explore the mine, get a little bit of stone from in there, and get on with it. So during our trial and error of repositioning, there were a few things we found out. For instance, removing the kiln, 18 hits with an iron hammer. Could have been 17, we might have hit something else while doing it, but about 18. To get rid of the bamboo chest that we had here was 15 hits with an iron axe. for the bamboo chest. That, I mean, seems okay, I guess. But this guy right here, this tiny little brick, 98 hits with an iron hammer. 98. It's like they were just like, nah, you know, 100 seems a little excessive. Let's call it 98. But in any case, we did it. We still have to take out this one and this guy right here, because what I'm thinking is I want to pull in the walls probably to about here on both sides, and then over to about, you know, here or so. So it's just the same on the front. But yeah, basically another 200 hits to get rid of 2 bricks. Not doing that right now. I did kind of put a corner in. What I'm thinking about for our industry building, I guess you could call it. I'm thinking to start right about here, bring it back to even, and then over a ways, we should be able to fit the energy workbench, locksmith table, and chemistry station in there pretty easily. If we wanted to play with the printing press, I'm sure there'd be room for that too. But as opposed to this delightful starter garbage that we had here, I'm thinking we'll probably do a wooden floor instead, since, you know, there's no risk of it catching fire. Well, I guess the chemistry station. And then do some stone brick walls, and probably go into wood about the same level, just so we have a little bit more of a theme, and when I get the motivation, I'll tear this down and redo that. But that'll probably be off camera, and not in the immediate future. Anywho, we need some wooden panels, and we can't make them right now. Look around. Nothing. Because you need beams. We haven't made any beams yet. Once you make the beams, you unlock a lot of things. For instance, wooden tables, benches, and somewhere in here, a couple different types of panels. Now, I'm not sure if we want to go with kind of these patterned ones. I think we might, just because these are going to be kind of meh. This might be interesting for if we did like a 2-story one, because it looks like it has a structural support under there. But I think these will be fine for our present needs. And what are we out of nails? Alright, I'm going to craft a bunch more panels, get those down, and we'll pull up what we need to make the energy table, and it'll bring you guys back. So, threw down the bamboo things here just so we have know where our wall will be, and hopefully can avoid some of the collision issues that we had before. And let's see what it takes to make the energy bench. It takes a couple more planks. We need a soldering iron and a magnifying glass. Well, the magnifying glass we can make right off the bat, I believe. Yep. And the soldering iron was actually what we needed the steel rods and the cables for. So we can craft that bad boy up. And now, should just be a few more planks. And ready to go. Alright, so I'm thinking we get this about as close to in the corner here as we can. But probably want to keep it back a little bit. Maybe should have gone up too high on there. How's that? That's a lot of space back there. Alright, let's scoop that up. I want to have enough room behind it, but I also don't want it to be in the middle of the room ultimately. Alright, how's that? That should be fine. That should be fine. Alright. So, right now, can't make a whole lot. But, let's craft up a couple of these energy coils, and maybe a couple of these just for good measure. Let's see here. We can only do one of each, but that should be fine. I think we just need the energy coils for the flashlight. Because we have the light bulbs, not on our person though. Those must be right here. Let's grab some extra glass, and just for good measure, let's get some extra copper wire going. And I guess we can't take that out since we started it. A couple of gears. So we'll get those going, and we'll get our flashlight. Okay guys, we got everything we need. It was just some glass, iron ingots, energy regulator, and screwdriver. Oddly enough, I'm not seeing that we needed a flat or a light bulb. I thought we did, but whatever. I'm not going to complain, I guess. Just give us that much more to work with when we start getting into the energy stuff. Which we've got spotlights. This is like a floor lamp, I believe. These ones kind of go on the walls, and you have the small spotlight. What I'm interested in trying out is setting up a windmill and trying to get some light into the caves. Probably not the most efficient, but might be a decent way to light up a bigger area. We'll see what kind of light source the headlight gives us, though. Okay, so we've got our flashlight, and we searched for that already. But just takes 5 iron, a flashlight, and any hammer. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, this is what we're interested in, but we got to go over to the blacksmith station. I've been trying to avoid going out at night for you guys, but this seems like the perfect opportunity, because this thing is pretty bright. It only is in the way that your character is actually moving, because, you know, with the free camera, it doesn't really follow you around. That's where trying to get some of those spotlights or something like that might be kind of nice. But yeah. Alright guys, in we go. I got some cave ferns. I'm not particularly interested in them. The glowing mushrooms could be nice. I don't know, we could use those as like some walkway lights or something. But the mutated hyenas are something that I gotta keep an eye out for. It's nice that they drop some of the dust that you need for making some of the more complicated electrical components, but they can also wreck your face. What do we got here? I don't know if we'll have any here since we're seemingly like a jungle biome, but it'd be great if we could find some saltpeter and sulfur. Sulfur alone would be great because we need that in order to kind of keep going, because we need it for processing the rubber. But alright, sweet. So we got copper, some of our stone chunks. I don't want to fill up too much, and we already are. Alright, just in case we find something good down here. But I'm sure we have some stuff that we can leave behind. Nothing too bad. Now, in my wanderings, I did actually find a hole down to here from the outside. But I did not particularly want to take a chance of falling down. Alright, so we got some crystals. Nothing bad so far, which is interesting. I think I want to leave that one if we can. I definitely want to grab some of the crystal, because I'm sure it'll probably unlock some new recipes for us. Wow. It's a lot of stone chunks, actually, for one. Shovel full. Let's just do a quick check here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything bad, actually. We might have been worried about this for nothing. Alright, so we got that one. I'm not sure how we'd go about grabbing that. Whoa! There's a full-on little house down here. Okay. Let's grab these and work our way over there. Hopefully they have some storage that we can throw some of this in. Well, I guess that's one way to get crystal down. Not enough inventory space for what? The stone? I'd be fine without that. That'll probably be one of the things we end up dropping. Okay, so this kind of angles upwards. Oh, hey. What else we got? Marble, some more stone chunks. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out this little house here. Oh, no, not a house. Just a tiny little platform, basically. They do have a map, though. Let's just make sure we're clear before we get too distracted. Goes up to a dead end? Nope. Hooks around. Is this... Oh. Wait a minute. Is this where we came in? Yeah, it is. Okay. Got a nice little shortcut there, I guess. Alright, well, back up we go. And down. Alright. What are these guys? Cave mushrooms. Do we have room? Those might... Oh, no. I was thinking they might go in our herb pouch. But what do we have here? Small gauge. Can we grab the sticks? No. Can we open this gate? Somehow? Nothing down below. Okay, let's find some way to grab that map, just in case it's different from ours. Can I put them in there? No. Alright, where was that stone? So we have more stone than we know what to do with. Alright, and I kind of want that lantern too. Yeah, we can leave it here for now. But, okay. So, let's see here. What's going on? I'm not sure if it is confused and thinking that's our main one. Okay, yeah, here's ours. Nope, not that. And here's the one we just found. Okay. Wait a minute. What if we zoom out? Is there anything? Anything at all? Seemingly not. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess if you didn't know how to craft one or just didn't want to, you could always scoop up one from the world. I was kind of hoping that there'd be, you know, some far off Yland or something interesting on there. Oh, what do we got here? We can go up or down. We came from down. Oh, there's a whole nother section seemingly up there. Alright, well, let's go up this way first. Still nothing bad down here. That's awesome. I'm really liking these quartz crystals too. I'm gonna leave that one for now, I guess. Well, no, I don't know that we'll be coming back down here unless we have to, so we may as well grab it. It's cool and all, and I very much enjoy that there's nothing trying to rip our face off. But, meh. Alright, let's grab, I guess, many of... Whoa, whoa! Okay. That is offensively loud. Alright guys, it seems like it passed. Had some bananas while we were waiting. Was thinking about building a chest, but I figured we'd wait and see if there's actually anything worth picking up and that we'd have to leave some stuff behind for. But... And come on, where was it? Had it for a second. There we go. Alright, let's keep on going. A bunch of glowing mushrooms. Okay. Well, nothing that I feel compelled to leave stuff behind for. Apparently it's still raining inside the cave. But, alright, well, let's make our way back out. How are we on those stone chunks? You have a full stack. I guess that will, yeah, that'll do for finishing up our little setup. Can always come back and grab some more later if need be. Alright guys, we made it back with our fat loot of crystal, a blank map, and some cave mushrooms. I'm probably going to wrap this up off camera and might also build this out too. We'll see. But that's going to be all for today. Thanks for checking us out. And again, if you like the video, like it, subscribe. If you don't, let me know why. Anyway, we'll catch you next time on Dad Duty Gaming.